Greetings, Nine Ether Nation. Welcome to Nine Ether Truth channel. I'm your host, Trinity Goddess. I'm just going to put together a brief video just to introduce the channel and myself and to give you a preview of what you have to look forward to in the future on this channel. Let me just get some housekeeping out of the way. If you're not a Nine Ether, be prepared to have your feelings hurt and hear facts and truths about your 6, 7, or 8 Ether self, mulattoes included. This is a channel for my Nine Ether Nation from a Nine Ether perspective. If you want a non-Nine Ether perspective, go to another channel. Don't mind if you subscribe as a non-Nine Ether and comment. However, make sure that your interaction here is respectful or else I will block you. That being stated, I am unapologetically Nine Ether. The information that I put out is for the betterment and enlightenment of my Nine Ether Nation. I won't always say what my Nine Ether Nation wants to hear. I have lots of feedback on the behavior and mindset of the Nine Ether male and the Nine Ether female. I will hold the Nine Ether male accountable for his wrongdoings. That stated, yes, there are exceptions to every rule, and there are good men and women out there in the Nine Ether Nation, and that's great. However, I'm a proponent of you can't change what you don't acknowledge, so I will highlight certain wrongdoings on both sides. I'm not a dick panderer, and I don't enable dick pandering, and I don't support females who do. Sorry for the profanity, however, it is what it is. We're all grown folks here. I'll try to minimize the profanity. However, Trinity Goddess. Born in Jamaica for the first 7 years of my life. I'm a Kingstonian. Living in Canada, won't say where, what province, and came into knowledge about 11, 12 years ago when my daughter at the time was about 14, 15. What triggered me to be catapulted on my right knowledge journey is because every day I would see my Nubian come home from school and she sounded like a Caucasian 6 Ether female, and I was completely dumbfounded because I had always instilled with her Caribbean, African, Nubian legacy, our story. And she listens, and for the most part, she just accepts the knowledge I share with her back then. But she dressed and watched television and spoke everything from a non-Nine Ether perspective or way. So I started to do some digging and researching, and what I found was the source of her brainwashing was school, religion, television, and music. And of course, her peers reinforced this behavior because when they go to school, it's a European Caucasian curriculum based, so everyone is encouraged to act a certain way and accept a certain mindset. So that being stated, you can only get a 6 Ether mind when you put your Nubian, your 9 Ether Nubian in their education system. If anyone can homeschool, I would highly recommend it. I know not everyone can. If I had to do it all over again, if I have a child, I will homeschool because school is the one of the worst things you could possibly do to a child's mind. A child starts out with imagination and creativity and curiosity, and all of that is stripped away once they get into the education system. Oh, they tell them to do art and do dance and all sorts of pretend creativity. At the end of the day, they are being stripped of their individuality. And looking back, my schooling to me was a complete waste of time. As an adult, I'm not putting into practice anything I learned from my schooling, including high school and up into college. I went to school for paralegal communication. So I'm putting out this channel as sort of a means of my 9 ether people having a tool of enlightenment, and if they can pass on some information to their youth through their children, that would be great. I'm very fearless. I put out words. I'm not really caring about people's feelings or their emotions or how they're going to react. I just put the information out there. It's factual, it's scholarly, it's scientific, it's logical, it's the right knowledge, the type of knowledge that we should have had in school, but this is hidden knowledge from our people. So type of things that will be on this channel, I will speak a bit about CERN, the Mandela effect, time travel, transhumanism, secret Hollywood trannies, particularly Hollywood so-called celebs transgendering their child. Believe it or not, that is actually occurring. Geoengineering, HARP, media hoaxes, fake news, everything and anything that is rarely spoke about in the 9 ether nation from a 9 ether perspective. White supremacy and racism, I won't touch on too much. My thing is, I put things out there to bring awareness, and everyone's already aware of white supremacy and racism, so I don't need to beat that dead horse. It's already here. We know it's here. Nothing much we can do about it yet. Flapping our gums won't make it go away. We just have to press on to the best of our ability when it comes to racism and white supremacy. Also, too, I wanted to state that I will hold my 9 ether male accountable because as a female, it's my divine duty in which to do so. In stating that, I refuse to be labeled a feminist, as I am not a feminist, as feminism is a branch of white supremacy, and I do not subscribe to feminism, and I will reject or even block any male that comes here and tries to bait me by calling me a feminist or try to get my emotions riled because they know that that's how they can attack a female, through her emotions. I'm wise to all those games. If you're a 9 ether male and you don't want to be held accountable for the wrongdoings of you as an individual and your gender as a collective within the 9 ether nation, then this is not the channel for you. I don't dick pander, and I don't support any female that dick panders, and I am not a male, a 9 ether male enabler when it comes to bad behavior. Sorry about the language. I will in the future put up a warning if there is heavy language in any of my videos. I will try to keep the language family friendly. However, we're all grown folks here. One or two words slip out, so be it. You've got to look at the big picture. No, there's no room for pettiness on the 9 ether Truth channel. So that being stated, I don't want this to take too long. I want to thank you for stopping by. Please remember to click subscribe. My next video is coming out Sunday, September 24th. Should be 6 p.m., but sometime between 6 and 7 p.m. I'm not sure of the topic just as yet. I'll try to keep my videos between 5 to 15 minutes in length, somewhere abouts. I really do hope that you take a lot from this information, the information I'm going to be putting out there. So that being stated, I am Trinity Goddess. To my 9 ether nation, I say not peace, not Hotep, oneness, 360 degrees of togetherness.